What if I told you that the greatest 2 minutes in television history happened before the opening credits even rolled? If you've ever worked a 9 to 5, you know the absolute desperation to do anything other than actual work. But the crew at Dunder Mifflin took slacking off and turned it into an Olympic sport. Today we are breaking down the absolute best, most unhinged cold opens from a legendary 59-minute compilation of The Office. I guarantee by the end of this video, you'll be questioning your own workplace sanity. Stick around because we're uncovering a tactical masterpiece prank that Jim pulled from an entirely different city. Let's get into it. Segment 1, The Mustache Mandela Effect. Visual cues. Show a screenshot of Stanley's deadpan face. Then transition to clips of The Office arguing. VO. We start with a psychological phenomenon that actually broke the entire office. Stanley's mustache. Hook 2. Think about your favorite coworker right now, the one you sit across from every single day. Do they have a mustache? You'd know, right? Well, these people worked with Stanley Hudson for 25 years, and the moment he goes to the hospital, nobody can remember what his face looks like. Visual cues. Show screenshots of the hideous MS Paint drawings Michael and Dwight make trying to guess his face. VO. The escalation here is brilliant. It goes from a simple card signing to a full-blown existential crisis. Dwight and Michael start drawing literal sleep paralysis demons on a computer screen. And the absolute peak of the joke? Stanley walks in completely oblivious, and yes, he has a massive mustache. It perfectly highlights how The Office can take a tiny, relatable human brain fart and escalate it into elite comedy. 2:45 to 4:15. Segment 2, The Parkour Delusion. Visual cues. Clip/screenshot of Michael jumping onto a couch shouting parkour. VO. Next up, we travel back to the mid-2000s internet era for a bit called extreme parkour. Hook 3. We all have that one boss who sees a viral trend on TikTok or YouTube and immediately makes it their entire personality. Michael Scott is the king of this. He watches one parkour video and suddenly thinks he's James Bond. Visual cues. Show a screenshot of Andy standing on top of a refrigerator, then jumping into a trash can. VO. Michael, Dwight, and Andy spend the entire morning treating a boring corporate office like an American Ninja Warrior course. They aren't actually doing parkour. They are just knocking over printers, denting refrigerators, and rolling across desks. Jim sums it up perfectly to the camera. Technically, they are doing parkour as long as point A is delusion and point B is the hospital. The segment ends with Andy doing a backflip into a literal trash can, giving us the perfect snapshot of Dunder Mifflin's unhinged enthusiasm. 4:15 to 5:30. Segment 3, The Future Facts, Jim's long-distance prank. Visual cues. Show Dwight walking up to the fax machine looking intense. VO. Now, Jim pranking Dwight is the backbone of this entire show, but this specific cold open proves Jim Halpert is a criminal mastermind. Hook 4. How do you prank a guy when you aren't even in the same city? Easy. You steal his personalized stationery before you leave and fax him warnings from the future. Visual cues. Show a screenshot of the fax text, then the clip of Dwight tackling Stanley. VO. Jim sends a fax signed Future Dwight that reads, Dwight, at 8 a.m. today, someone poisons the coffee. Do not drink it. Now, because Dwight is a paranoid survivalist maniac, he doesn't pause to ask how the space-time continuum allows faxes from the future. He just sprints across the room and slaps a hot mug right out of Stanley's hands. It is a flawless, fast, and legendary gag. 5:30 to 7, Segment 4, Recyclops, the eco-friendly villain. Visual cues. Run a montage of Dwight's different Recyclops costumes over the years. VO. Speaking of Dwight's madness, let's talk about his corporate alter ego, Recyclops. Hook 5. Most corporate offices celebrate Earth Day with a passive-aggressive email about saving paper. Dunder Mifflin gave Dwight the green light to create a mascot, and he accidentally created a comic book supervillain. Visual cues. Show screenshots of the final robot version of Recyclops spraying aerosol cans. VO. Over a 5-year time lapse, we see the tragic evolution of Recyclops. Year 1, he's a nice guy helping you plant flowers in milk cartons. By year 3, his fictional planet gets attacked by another fictional entity. He completely renounces Earth Day and vows to destroy the very planet he loved. By the end, he is a fully armored, post-apocalyptic cyborg attacking his co-workers with aerosol spray. It's an entire movie plot packed into 90 seconds. 7 o'clock to 8:30. Segment 5. The continuous lip-sync masterpiece. Visual cues. Play the lip-sync open clip with the music, "Nobody Can Do It Like Me." VO. If we're talking about pure creative genius, we have to talk about the lip-sync cold open. Hook 6. This isn't just a funny bit. It's a legendary piece of filmmaking. This entire segment is shot in one single continuous take with absolutely zero cuts moving through the entire office. Visual cues. Show screenshots of Creed rocking out on a guitar, Kevin throwing papers, and Ryan looking miserable. VO. During the peak era of viral internet lip-sync videos, The Office delivered the definitive version. It shows the true soul of the show. These characters spend 99% of their time hating each other, but the moment an opportunity comes up to put 110% effort into a completely useless creative project just to avoid doing their actual jobs, they become a synchronized army. It is pure chaotic joy. 8:30 to 9:30. Segment 6, Corporate Warfare by Bagel. Visual cues. Show Dwight smiling suspiciously while handing out high-end New York bagels. VO. Finally, let's look at the dark, calculated side of office politics. The bagel cold open. Hook 7. In a normal office, if someone brings you fresh breakfast, you say thank you. In Dunder Mifflin, free food is used as a weapon of tactical warfare. Visual cues. Show a screenshot of Dwight explaining his scheme directly to the camera. VO. Dwight drives all the way to New York City just to buy authentic, high-end bagels for the entire staff. Everyone thinks he's a saint until Jim exposes the Matrix. Dwight isn't being nice. He is aggressively collecting favors. He wants every single person in that room to owe him one, so he can cash those favors in later to get Jim fired. It's a perfect example of the relentless, exhausting chess game Dwight plays in his own mind every single day. 9:30 to 10:15. Outro and call to action, visual cues. Show a beautiful end screen overlay with text. Which one is your favorite? And a blinking subscribe button over a compilation loop. SFX. Music transitions into a smooth, driving outro beat. VO. Looking back at this massive compilation reminds us why The Office remains unmatched. They didn't need massive budgets or explosive action. They just needed a boring room, a bunch of eccentric personalities, and a total lack of impulse control to create comedy gold. Final retention hook. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these cold opens is the undisputed GOAT. And seriously, does your actual boss have a mustache? Smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite pop culture, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.